Alright, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, today's lesson, we're going to go into prophecy and how around the world there's plagues and pestilence happening. Okay, with new bacteria, brain-eating bacteria out there. Okay, you got more on the news, news update with the military. Okay, Iran sunk one of the U.S. destroyers. All right, it's just things are just gonna escalate, into that battle of Armageddon. So right here is St. Matthew chapter 24, and verse 6 on down. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So right there, I'll stop right there. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors. Rumors means reports of wars, because that's what we're seeing, okay, right now. Also, there's, it's not just war with tanks, jets. You also have wars with what? Information, right? Okay, because they take down brothers' channels, right? There's a war on information, right? The truth, that's major right there to Esau. Okay, I don't care what you're talking about. Esau's greatest fear is to be exposed. Okay, so that is one of the main reasons why they're trying to cut off this word. Okay, why you think they have agents, YouTube moderators, watching brothers' channels, clipping their, giving us strikes, taking down our whole channels. See, because he's being exposed, and that is the wicked's kryptonite. Okay, that is his weakness. So the wicked's kryptonite is to be exposed. Okay, that is their weakness. And that isn't the Lord doing that to them right now? Big time. Okay, they're being exposed at a high alarming rate. All right, so yeah, you got wars on. Pretty soon it's gonna be fuel, right? Because fuel's going up, right? Exactly. You got. You also have in Cuba. Okay, gas is $40 a gallon. Okay, that's coming to the States. All right, that's coming to the States. You also got. What else do you got? Pretty soon it's going to be, with the straits being, the Straits of Hormuz being cut off, you're gonna have nothing out here. Okay, no food. Not only is gas going to be very expensive, but there's not even going to be no more gas at all. See, this whole society is going to be out of food, water, and also it's going to be under complete lockdown. All right, so there's going to be many wars out here. Okay, there's going to be a war, civil war, American versus American. Okay, that's Isaiah 19 verse 2. All right, you also got, you're gonna have race wars, because Yahweh Shem Shai is putting that ancient hatred back on the Edomites. So they that can't forget about that, because there's gonna be a race war out here, big time. See, because now the world's starting to see that it's you Edomites are the problem. Okay, to be exact, it's you tiny tops, you small hats. Okay, you guys are the problems of the earth. All right, and the world's starting to see, okay, how you Edomites treat the Israelites. Okay, and not only that, but the world, because you got these Edomites, cave dwellers. They're like that to their own kind. You know, so the world is starting to see them for who they truly are. You know, they're being exposed. See? All right. So let's go right here. Say Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars. See, because there's gonna be a lot of wars, right? There's gonna be many wars. All right. And rumors of wars, reports.
Tired of sifting through jobs that don't feel like
see
the right
that ye be
fit.
not troubled. All right.
Introducing
So
Indeed Career
don't let
Scout.
this trouble you. You know, when you hear of wars and this and that.
Find the job that's
see,
right for you.
the Lord's telling us right here in St. Matthew
Peter Van here.
that
You know, I thought growing up would
to
be
be
the
not
worst,
troubled,
but then I found a way
right?
to hack adulthood.
okay, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, but the end is not yet. So what does it say right here? For all these things must come to pass. So everything has to fulfill. Okay, so you have to have that mindset as a true soldier for the Lord, you know, because you gotta look forward to these things, you know, you gotta embrace it. Like, yup, bring it on, you know, because the faster we go through this, the faster it's going to be, the faster we get the kingdom, you know. It all works out in the Lord's time, but the faster these things are happening, you know, rejoice, because that's one thing off the grocery list, so to speak, you know, because everything has to happen, you know. So there was already a falling away first. We already fell off as a nation. Okay, World War I already happened, World War II. So we're coming to the end of this thing, you know. So this is why it's a very exciting time, you know, very exciting time, you know. So if you have that spirit out there to you, Akim and Aqua, you know, you gotta shrug that off, because it's a demon of doubt, and that's a true left-hand spirit. Okay, it's an unclean spirit. It's called doubt, because these demons out here, they do got names. Okay, doubt is a demon. So that's because you know, but that's Satan's job, to cast the seed of doubt, you know, fear, and be like, oh, I'm not sure, you know, to take away your confidence. See, because that's the thing, is that the hopeful elect, you already got the crown, baby. You just gotta hold on to it. See, so it's Satan's job on the left-hand side with these unclean spirits, okay, to cast the seed of doubt, to be like, oh, you know, like, I'm not worthy, this and that, and all that. Hell with all that, okay? You know, rebuke Satan and rebuke these demons, okay? Remember that, okay? You can pray, fast, study, trust in the Lord. You gotta put on as the elect. Just when you're going through, you know, your troubles or your tribulations, all right, make sure you still put the Lord first, you know? All right, because remember, the elect are going to go through some things, but remember, put the Lord first. All right? See? For all these things must come to pass, so it must happen. You got to understand that. Okay, these things must happen. See? Alright. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so it's not all these things that are happening, okay? It's saying that all these things must come to pass, right? But also, it's not the end just yet, because if somebody says, oh, hey man, you know, these AI are gonna kill everybody, and you know, oh, the Messiah's over there in the Middle East somewhere. You know, well, somewhere out there, you know, because Yahushua is going to come to the Middle East first, but remember, prophecy has to fulfill. All right, because remember that one clown said the rapture was going to happen, you know, and his congregation was beating him up with sticks and stuff, then they put him in jail. People like that, you know. See, so remember that. So You got to understand that. So all these things must come to pass, right? Right. So with that being said, has the RFID chip been made mandatory yet? Okay. No, not yet. So that gives you comfort, because Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom should be stability at times, right? Right. Because why? All right. Because one thing you got to understand is, if by this word, that the end can't come until all these things be fulfilled, right? So if somebody says, oh, everything's going to be nuked, it's the end of the world, we're all going to die next week. It's full of shit. He's full of shit or she's full of shit. Remember that. All right, so remember, there's a lot of false prophets out here. Okay, people just talking shit. All right, and this is why you have to truly apply these scriptures. You gotta know this word, not just yeah, I read it. No, do you know what time it is? Do you understand what it's saying? Are you out here all freaked out, all worried? See, that's remember, Yahweh Shemiel Shai didn't give the spirit of fear. Okay. All right, you gotta remember that. All right, that's from Satan on the left-hand side. So if you're in that spirit, like worried, you gotta cast that off. Okay, you gotta pray, fast. You gotta rebuke that demon, because that's a demon on the left-hand side. Remember, demon. There is a demon called doubt. Yep, there's a lot of demons out here. All right, but you have to remember, put on the whole armor. Okay. Put on the whole armor. All right, but the end is not yet. Right. Okay, so if somebody says that,
Wendy's went back
and
to
remember,
the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade.
When it's the end of the world,
flavor,
people say that. Okay, it's the end of
Is this our best spicy chicken ever?
It's the end of a
Looks
rulership.
like a yes to me.
All right,
Spicy
remember
chicken
that.
just got better at Wendy's.
You gotta know that and
Booking.com
understand
has all
that.
kinds of stays.
All right.
Because a romantic
All right,
hotel works
verse-
for some,
Is that a mirror?
but not others. Find exact.
Okay, so verse 7. All right. For nation shall rise against nation. So what we're seeing right now, okay? You have all these elites aren't together for the New World Order, but America's allies, they are turning against America. But the top elites, they're all in cahoots for the New World Order. But as you can see, America can't just do whatever they want. Okay, America, they got Iran is taking out their destroyers and stuff and their drones. We're over here laughing, because America, they're the ones out here thinking that they're so untouchable, this and that. Iran's getting them. See? You see that? So remember that, because in this Third World War, America loses. So that was like one of the best things I saw this morning, is that American destroyer got destroyed. Hey, and to you peon Americans out there, Babylonians, okay, that's something you gotta get used to, because one thing you gotta know about America is that America's going down. America's finished. See? So this is the beautiful thing about having the word, okay, and trusting in the Lord. Not your opinions, not just, oh, you think you're bad just because. Okay, remember, all right, the true teachers, all right, of Yahweh Shemiel Shai know what it is. Okay, you don't give a damn what you say. Okay, let's say people, let's say, like whatever, people, they want to call us names or whatever, it don't matter, and it don't even matter what we go through. We still got to smile at the end of the day. We don't give a damn, because we know that these Edomites are going down, so that brings us comfort, because we already went through so much. Okay, shoot, we were brought over here in America by slave ships. You think we really care? Hey, how is this place? There's nothing that can discourage us from following Yahweh Shemiel Shai. You know, just don't matter. You know, not even death. Because when you apply these scriptures, you got to understand that who controls the issues of life and death? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So, just like Apostle Paul said, I have finished my my course. Okay, so you just got to hold on to this crown. You know, and know that if that time does come, then just know that your mission is over. Okay, then it's that time. See? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what we're seeing right now. All right, and there shall be famines. Okay, lack of bread, lack of water. Also a famine of hearing the word, right? And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence. Okay, and I got some photos to show you guys here at the end of this lesson. Okay, of some they're like some bacteria. They eat people's brain and stuff. You know? Yeah. Remember a little while back, you know, people were eating oysters and they're dying from that. Okay, so the Lord, there's so many ways for the Lord to take out the wicked. Remember, there's nowhere to run for the wicked. Okay, you want to go to an underground bunker? Okay, the Lord can even make their water and their fruit. He can just make it rotten, so you can't even eat it. You know, they can have it all wrapped up, you know, all perfect with plastic and have it in refrigerators. Like, oh yeah, we have it with backup generators and all that shit. You know, we have it in a titanium refrigerator. That shit don't matter. Okay, the Lord's gonna plague all that, you know. But remember, a lot of you elites out there, you guys are on reserve for Yahweh Shai, the angels, and the 144,000 to be hunted down. Yep. So the Lord, you know, just because you Edomites are getting fat and sassy, remember, the Lord is only fattening you up for the kill. So don't think that, oh yeah, we're living life, we're good. See that? No, the Lord's only having you nice and fat. So when His hunters, when the Lord activates the 144,000, the angels, and Yahweh Shai gets here, all you fat Edomites are going to be hunted down. See? So the Lord's only fattening you for the kill. Okay? You Edomites just got the illusion like, oh, hey, we're eating steak and lobster. We got the victory. You know, we're always winning. Shit. Okay? You have no idea. Okay? The Lord's only fattening you up for the kill. See that? Yep. So enjoy that lobster. Cave dweller, real soon you devils are about to be hunted down. You know? So let's say you try to go to an underground bunker. Okay, the Lord can plague all your food down there. You know, He can actually make it disappear. Imagine. See? But these Edomites, you know, these heathens, see that they think that they can just dig a little hole and, you know, escape the Lord's judgment. They're completely retarded. You know? Remember, the Lord's all power. You know, you're not going to hide from the Lord on His own planet that He created. You know? It ain't going to happen. You know, also, however, it don't matter. You know, there's many ways for the Lord to take out the wicked out here, you know, by bacteria. You know, imagine you eat something and there's a bacteria in there that eats your brain. You through? You know? Imagine that, you know, and that's really happening right now. You know, and people still walking around like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. Shit, you know. And there shall be famines. Before I continue, look at what happened. Look at what happened with the supreme leader of Iran. Okay, you know, Trump. There was a lot of assassination attempts, but it's ultimately, whether they faked it or whatever, okay, remember, the issues of death belong to the Lord. So the Lord is using Trump right now on the left hand side, because he's getting things moving, you know. See, you know, for prophecy to fulfill. You know, if the Lord wants him to go out, then he's gonna go out. But if the Lord says no, it don't matter. You can have these heathens can hire the best sniper. If the Lord says, hey, Trump's not gonna go, he ain't gonna go. It's just like that. This is why you have to understand the scriptures, because that's gonna give you like, all right, because you're gonna know what it is, huh? Not be out here all worrying, well, what if this and what if, no, you gotta put all that what if, you gotta put all that to the side, baby. You gotta put all that worry, you gotta put that to the side. And you gotta put that to the side. See? You know? See, so that's everything happens in
Meet
the Lord's
Wegovy
time.
pill,
You gotta
the
understand
first
that.
FDA-approved GLP-1 weight loss pill. Lose weight and keep it off with the new once-daily pill from
And
Wegovy.
pestilence.
People
and
taking Wegovy
earthquakes
pill
in diverse
lost over
places.
30 pounds,
All these
and
are
some
the
lost over
beginning of
47
sorrows.
pounds.
So just the beginning.
Proven results?
All right? It's just the beginning of sorrows. You know? Just the beginning. It's just the beginning. All right? So, we haven't seen nothing yet. Verse 9. Then, listen up. This is very important because you also got to remember that we're in that time. Okay, so remember, the Lord's in control, but you can't, you got to remember that the Lord's with his elect, but you got to also remember that persecution and there do have to be a few martyrs out there. So you have to remember that every day. Okay, you got to remember things can go either way, where the society can be completely collapsed, our test can be, we wake up in the middle of the night with federal agents, grabbing us out. Okay, that's something you got to understand. We're in that time. So you got to prepare your mind for that. But what did the Lord say? In that time, don't worry, don't worry about what you're gonna wear, not even what you're gonna say. The Lord said, I'm gonna give you a word, I'm just quoting it, that your enemies can't gainsay nor resist, right? Right, okay? So that's something you gotta really understand, okay? All right. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. See, because there are gonna be some martyrs. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So don't forget that, because this world does not like Yahweh Shemel Shai or his followers. And then shall many be offended. That's the point, okay? Because there's a many that are offended of this word. They're offended of it, okay? They say, it's hate speech. Okay, you got to understand that, So there's many that are offended. Yeah, you had the few believers, the remnant, the elect, but everybody else, they're offended. They hate this word. They hate the Lord, but that's all right. That feeling's mutual because we hate them too. They may not like that's madness. They don't like the Lord and the anointed. That's fine, okay? Because we don't. That's right back at you, because we don't like you either. Same thing. That feeling's mutual, baby. But we're not out here all mad. We're out here, we're laughing, Facts. We're laughing out here. We're not gonna let that bother us, or take us off our path. Because Romans 3:3. All right. So what is something I believe? It's not gonna change a damn thing. Okay. Going back to the supreme leader of Iran. Look at the supreme leaders, look at the leader of the cartel. Don't matter what your status is. Oh, you're the leader of the cartel. The Lord had a woman, set you up. See? To just show you the Lord knows exactly how to get you, Don't matter if you're, doesn't matter if you're supreme leader, all that. What happened? That dude got blown up. To show you that no one's going anywhere. Nobody. Yep. All right. So that's very, very important. You gotta know that and understand that. Okay. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. Very, very important. Okay. Because that's the time that we're entering. Because you do have agents out here who are building a case. You do have people who are being phony out here. All right. So they're offended and shall betray one another. Okay, and shall hate one another. Okay, Judas Iscariot. Okay, the Lord was betrayed by his own disciple. So you don't think that's gonna happen in this time? Oh shit, yeah. Okay. Remember what happened 2019, 2020. Okay? Remember what happened that. Alright? So, people were scared, people were nervous. Alright? You know, because people, remember, they were afraid of one another. Okay? What did these elites push on the people? The spirit of fear. Because if somebody saw somebody without a mask or somebody, remember that? If somebody saw, remember they said, the news said, hey, don't go to parks or gatherings. What were people doing when they saw one another? Were they trying to help one another? Or were they picking up the phone, calling the authorities? Okay, turning it to the news saying, look at these people. What were people doing out here? Were they helping one another, or were they trying to destroy one another? All they were doing was telling on one another. That's a spirit of Esau, okay, the Edomites. Because at the time of the pandemic, what were people doing? They were just, these elites made everybody enemies against each other. Because everybody was like, all right, you know, when you walk down the sidewalk, everyone made sure, all right, did they have a mask on? You know,
$10
if
for
not,
large,
they were ready to pick up the
$10 for
phone
any free
right away.
toppings, $10
Right
for
away,
your choice of hut
without
breakfast, only at
hesitation.
Pizza Hut.
Okay?
If you have
And that was just a
CalFresh,
fear
Medi-Cal,
for,
or SSI,
you know, a
you
pandemic.
may qualify for a
Okay,
free
but there was
iPhone
still
11,
a food
plus up to
society
10
out here.
gigabytes of
Yeah, a
data
lot of
every
people,
month.
people lost their lives. There was still, you know, somewhat of a society up, but you can still buy stuff. You may have had to wait in lines and stuff, you know? Remember that? You know, when they only allowed certain people in at a time, but at least there was stuff available. This time that we're entering is going to be far worse, because there's going to be tanks out here in the street. Okay? All right? Those draconian laws, legislative, executive orders are going to be in effect out here. What, UN troops, militias, gunning people down. Okay? You know, and there's all these, you know, all this food out here, and every, you know, restaurants is going to be done away with, because we're going to be under a time of like a police state, martial law. All right, where it's full control out here. All right, see that? So look at that time when people were in fear a little bit, okay, for their lives. All right, you know, just because that pandemic happened. Okay, you had family members telling on one another. Okay, so imagine in this time when people are actually getting hauled off to concentration camps. You know, because they didn't take the RFID microchip. That's next. That's right here at our doorstep. So you got to really be ready for that, you know? See, so you have to ready to say, fuck everybody. You know, I'm serving the Lord when that time comes. Right now, yes, you have to use wisdom, you know, be that Clark Kent, of course, you know, because we're still here, right? So, you know, remember, you have to, but remember, when that time happens, you gotta remember, fuck it, you know? Understand that, okay? You gotta know and understand that. But you have to really gear up your mind, because that's very real. Because people are gonna do that. It's gonna be very major. That first pandemic was a perfect prime example to show you how Americans do not have Americans back. Okay, so that's why when America is also invaded by these foreign troops, it's gonna be easy work out here. Because Americans don't have each other's back. People hate one another. You know? You might hear some people say, "Oh no, we don't." Oh no? Look at your jobs. Okay? Look at your jobs. Okay? All right. And I've worked at many jobs, and at all these jobs that I work with, I have always had a few coworkers that say that he wants to take him or her out. You know? But of course, you know, they don't want to get in trouble. But everywhere that I have worked, I've never worked anywhere where somebody doesn't hate somebody, or someone don't hate the manager and say, you know what, I wish I could kill that person, you know? Because that person's a true asshole, or her, or a coworker, or him, you know? Hey, and these are facts, and that's just at these little jobs, you know? So remember, when times get scarce and there's no food and stuff like that out here, remember that. All right. Remember that. Okay. You have to know that, because look at how people hate each other and talk shit right now. Okay. Don't tell them that they don't. Okay. Don't give me that shit. Okay. Out here, people hate one another. Okay. But that's what you get when do as thou wilt. Do whatever makes you feel happy. So you got everybody out here that thinks they're right. You can't tell Jeff nothing because he's right. Kimberly, because she's right. She's a bad bitch. Fucking Valentina, she thinks she's all this and that, you know? You know, Bobby, you can't tell him shit, you know? Chris, you know? Because they know, they feel that they're right. And no one can be told anything because, oh, they got the union and all that. You know, you can't tell me nothing. You can't say that. The society is completely out of control. But it's beautiful because the harvest is ripe. Okay? The harvest is ripe. And this society is ready to be completely destroyed. Because the people as a whole, they're already all soft, sassy. Okay? You already know what it is. Okay? Just look at the people. Go out and take a walk and look at the people. You know? You're telling me that they're all wars and built for war? Hell no. Okay? These Americans are nothing but cupcakes. You have a few. Okay? A few out there that, work out, a little bit. But that's a small number. Look at the majority of men out here. The majority of men out here are like Homer Simpsons. All fat and stuff, just eat cheeseburgers all day, donuts. You know what it is. Okay, the percent of the American man is fat and obese. Yep. You look like straight meatballs out here. You see? And those are facts. Because this society pushes, consume, do whatever you want. Snack, coffee, let's get that.
Release your creative potential.
Do that,
with SketchUp
do the vape,
AI.
do this,
Create
people do
renderings
whatever,
and stunning visuals
anything, whatever.
with
It's just
speed
feed the
and
flesh,
efficiency.
Whatever.
Empowering you to bring your visions to life
You'll hear
and
people, they'll say,
communicate
hey, I need a
impactful
drink.
design intent.
I need that. Okay?
Newly released
right,
AI assistant capabilities
people,
help you quickly create 3D objects from
hey,
text to images.
It's not wicked to drink,
and
you
let
can
you
always get a
master
drink
SketchUp
here and there,
with-
to do this and that. But people out here, they really go to that because they need it. Like, I need that drink, Oh, I need a coffee. I need a tea. A lot of times, like in these business conferences, because I have a little experience in that. Where you have like business, like how they show like in shoot, man, what's an example? Okay, let's see here if I can tell you guys. Let me see. Wait for it. Oh, okay. Wayne Enterprise, Batman. Okay. There we go. Wadi Habashim Shai. Okay, so remember when like Wayne Enterprises, they have like the big building, and they have those meetings from time to time. Okay. When they have meetings like that, okay, with co-workers and secretaries, if you will, you know what I'm saying? What do they have there? They have like coffee, they'll have donuts, tea, stuff like that, lunch. Okay, those people, they're all about snacking. Hey, let's go get lunch. That's all it's about. Okay, in this world, you have to kiss ass. And don't tell me it's not true, That's what the society pushes, just, they have to be a kiss ass. Okay? It's very true, Because, you do got people, who really work and that are into their career and stuff like that. But the society pushes, they have to kiss ass. Okay? Oh, I gotta take them to lunch, butter them up and shit. Okay? Bug the fuck out, So, there's nothing wrong. I mean, you will go get something to eat, but that's all the society pushes, and that's, so the society as a whole is very soft. Okay? They're like cupcakes out here, for real, because if you get the majority of people together, are they ready for war? Be honest. Fuck no. Okay? Not even close. But buy that, okay? Buy that, because you can still go out to eat, do the lunch, do this and that, but still be on top of yourself. But the thing is, this push teaches what? What is the point behind that? Okay, because there's not. You might say, well, what's wrong with going to lunch? There's nothing nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, this society pushes. What is the point? Comfort. comfort the flesh, always feed the flesh, okay? You know? And also, what else? Because by kissing ass, people are, what's the point? People are fake. They're not real, because they're not truly coming up to you like, all right, you know, I can use that. What can I bring? All right. Because people, they fake it to make it. And that's very real. Instead of, you know, just being real, doing real business. Because if you're real, if you got something real, you don't got to be fake. You don't got to kiss ass. Because if you have a real good product, if you make swords, if you make furniture, whatever, and you know you got it, you don't gotta kiss ass because you're real. You know, like, look, this is my product, this is what I have, and people will like it because you're real. See, you know. But what the society pushes is to be fake, to lie. Yeah, this is what the society pushes. Okay, so that is the point behind that. Okay, that's the point behind that. Okay, because this place pushes to lie, you know, to you know, fake it to make it, you know. Yeah, and I've seen people like that, you know, because I've worked at a lot of jobs, you know, where people, they have worked at these jobs, you know, they try to do some like they'll try to, you know, be like all Superman in the beginning, then as soon as they're hired, a month later, fuck, you know, they totally just rip off the company. They do a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of stuff. See, so a lot of people, they just kind of fake it to get in, but once they're in, they're phony as hell, you know. So this is why the society as a whole is in big trouble, because you have a lot of people faking it to make it out here, you know. Oh, fuck yeah, you know, just winging it, just wing it. A lot of people are like that, you know. Oh, it's Friday. You got that Friday demon out here where, you know, you got co-workers out here who are straight enemies, but it's Friday and, oh, it's all cool, you know. It's like, what the fuck? Hey, excuse my Italian, but that's just crazy. That Friday demon's real, because out here at these jobs, because we all work these 9 to 5s, you know. You know, I know your brothers and your true brothers and sisters out there in the faith can, you know, can see it, you know, because it's very real. Because when you see co-workers hating on one another, you already know, like, yo, you know, you already know that they hate each other. But when it's Friday, they're all like cool with each other, you know, because they're like, oh, it's Friday, just get out of here, you know. All of a sudden they're talking to each other because it's Friday. Oh, all of a sudden, look at these clowns, you know. You know, another thing is, like at the Dodger games, okay, at these baseball games, okay, because Americans hate each other, okay, going down to these jobs, you know, you can't say they don't, because they do, because people hate one another here, okay, people hate one another. You have neighbors that hate, say, I hate that dude, I hate that, you already know, okay, but give somebody a hot dog and a beer and let them watch, you know, some of these, you know, bread and circuses, these, you know, these people play baseball and it's all good. They're giving each other high fives. It's like, hey, you don't even know that person. You know, that person could be a straight Muslim, you know, completely against, like, let's say a Christian. Let's say someone's a Christian and that person's a Muslim. Oh, but they go to a baseball stadium or a football stadium, give them a beer and a hot dog and some cotton candy and a bobblehead, and everyone's all cool, you know? See, you're telling me this place is not fake just because what? Oh, because you're watching someone hit a baseball? Hey, fuck his ass too, you know? Fuck those baseball players too, you know? And they're about to get dealt with too. You know, all these baseball players, all these NBA, hey, oh, but they're athletes. Fuck them. Okay, if they don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're out of there. Okay, you know? All these actors and shit, you know? Oh, he's a star. No, he's about to be up there with the stars real soon. Okay, he's about to go upstairs with the Most High.
As the person who's never tried,
you know?
Luxie.
Because a lot of people, they treat these actors like they're gods and stuff. Like, oh, hey, look at these actors, you know? Oh, you know, nah, they ain't nobody. Okay, they ain't nobody. They're an actor. Okay, they're someone who's playing a role in front of a camera, and people, oh, hey, that person's a god, you know? He's a star. Get the fuck out of here. He's an actor. She's an actor. So that's not even who that person is. Like Tony Montana, remember? Scarface? You know? All these societies out here were looking up to him. They want, oh, hey, Scarface, Tony Montana, yeah, you know? That's not even the way that guy is. He was acting a part on a movie, so that's not even a real person. And people have his poster at his house, at their houses and apartments and all that shit. And you tell me his face is not fake? No, don't worry, I'll wait. You know? Huh? So that's why this place promotes it's unreal. Okay, it's idols. All right, facts. See, because they'll say, oh yeah, you know, they look up to that person. That's not the way. That person is not even like that. Look at Beyonce. Beyonce is a witch. Okay, she is wicked, by the way. Okay, she sold out to Satan. That's very real. But she, you know, when she pushed that vibration of all the single ladies, that got so many Israelite women out here messed up, and now they regret it and they're lonely, you know. But when she sang that song, she had her husband Jay-Z. See? So a lot of people say, yeah, you know how many? We're talking millions. Israel like, yeah, that's right. We don't need a man and this and that. She has a man. See? So that's what this place promotes, you know? That's the point here. Okay, because it's all smoke and mirrors. It's not real, you know? Real talk. Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. There it is. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. All right. All right. So that is very important right there. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Know that and understand that. All right. Because you have a lot of false prophets out here. Many. That one already got exposed. Remember how he had those people believe in the rapture. Okay, then they showed his congregation beating him with sticks. Okay, then they put him in jail. You know, but remember, the Lord's gonna expose all you false prophets out there. All right, verse 12. Listen up. And because iniquity shall abound, that's sin, the love of many shall wax cold. Right. So the time that we're entering, all right, remember I gave you that example, the spirit and power you held by Shemiel Shai of the first pandemic. Because people all trying to get together and help one another. Hell no. People were just trying to tell one another. Okay, when I saw it, you know, when another human saw another human, okay, you mere mortals out there, when another human saw another human walking down the sidewalk, okay, it was like, you know, they're instantly enemies against each other. Okay, they're instantly like, all right, you know, like making sure he has a mask or she has a mask on. It was constant. It was instant tension right away. Okay, you know, see, yeah, that's what these elites they feed off your fear. Okay, so that this whole society, okay, they were living in fear. Okay, so what did they do? They were telling on one another. See, so were they helping one another? No, the elites turned American versus American. And who do you think came up with that pandemic? You already know. Okay, all right, remember, Bill Gates told you out of his own mouth, if the first one didn't get your attention, the second one will. That's how retarded and stupid these American people are. Okay? Because they're like, oh no, there's no way, you know, like no, they can't do that. Because these American peons out here, Babylonians, are just, you know, living it up, living the dream, so to speak, you know? Living the dream. See? So that is the point, okay? Because they're just living the dream out here. Okay, they're you know, they're in their little fantasy, you know, where they have, you know, where life is too good. You know, like nah, they can't be like that. Nah, there's no way. See? But now people are starting to see, like, hey, well, what the hell? You know? What's up with Trump? How come people are knowing there's Republicans out there like, hey man, fuck you, Trump. He's straight up protecting the people on the files. Like, yeah, nigga. You know?
You could have
trying
a
to tell
big
you,
case worth
you know?
big money.
But
that's what
all
my
right.
brother and I do.
You know, that's
we
why
win big truck
the Lord
cases.
is
we won hundreds
the Lord
of millions
is
of dollars
having his
for
prophets,
our clients.
you know,
Call us.
lay it down
We're
out
the
there,
Law Brothers.
and that's why
Call
that the scriptures are written, Romans 3 and 3.
1-800-222-2222.
Okay, you know, he that don't believe is condemned already. Because if you don't believe, if you make fun of the prophet and his believers, okay, you're only going to war with you're only going to go to war with the Lord. Okay, you're only going to go to war with the Lord. You're only hurting your own soul. All right, yeah, because the true prophets are out here telling the world exactly what it is. And remember, whether people don't believe or not, it's not going to ruin our day, and it's also not going to change the fact that Donald Trump is wicked. He is on the left-hand side. Give a fuck what you talking about, okay? See, because by all these remarks and all this stuff that people do to us and lie and all that stuff, throw drinks at us, you know, did that change the fact that Donald Trump was wicked? No, not at all. See, because it's facts, you know. See. All right. The love of many shall wax cold, because men, especially in that time that we're entering, okay, the hour of temptation. It's a very, very heavy time, okay? Because remember, they're actually going to be putting people to death out here. Facts, you know? Oh, absolutely. You know, they're actually going to be putting people down out here under these elites' new draconian laws. Draconian, once again, means harsh, because literally, if you don't take that chip, people are going to get their heads chopped off. People are going to get their families separated in a real way, you know. So this is why we teach this to gear your minds ready for that, because you may have to be separated from your families. Okay, that's a major. All right, but the Lord says, don't worry, you know, because he's gonna be with his elect, you know. And remember, it's only gonna be a few martyrs. All right, you know, we already went through all that when all the prophets were slain. All right, so remember that this time, remember, the elect got the victory. You just got to hold on and maintain. Stay on the path. Remember, stay on the path. That's it. That's it. Verse 13. But he, listen up. This is very important. All right. Oh, here we go. Yep. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So, right there, verse 13, St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end. So endure means you gotta be patient, you gotta suffer. Okay, so we have to go through certain things. The straight gate. Okay, remember, through much tribulation must ye enter the kingdom. Okay, so you have to have that mindset, like, yep, you gotta be ready for the shit. You know, not just, oh, I hope nothing don't happen today. No, hey, gird up your lines like a man, like the Lord says. Okay, be ready for that shit. Like, yep, bring it on. You know, you gotta take that shit head on. You know, trust in the Lord, be brave. Say, fuck it, let's roll. You know, be all, you know, don't, you know, if you're in that spirit, like, you know, nah, man, you gotta cast that off. Be a warrior, be a true soldier for the Lord. Remember that the Lord called us to be a soldier. You know. Remember that. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? Remember that. Alright? So until the end. Because remember, we're not on the ships yet. So remember that, okay? You don't want to when you eat, don't eat to be full, but eat just to be satisfied, just enough, you know? Because it'll hurt, you know, your stomach will hurt and stuff, you know, you start gaining weight. All right, remember, do everything in decency and in order, you know. But he that shall endure unto the end. See, because we have to endure unto the end. It doesn't say, all right, well, as soon as you believe my name, that's it. No, okay, the Lord's not saying that. Well, as soon as you believe, you know, like that's what these wacky tacky Christians say. Okay, oh, do you believe in the name? That's it. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Hey, these wacky tacky Christians out here are tripping. Okay, but he that shall endure unto the end. Look what happened to our Lord. All right. No servant is greater than his master. If they persecute me, they're going to persecute you. The same shall be saved. There we go. Verse 14, okay? And this gospel of the kingdom, all right, this correct gospel, remember that, okay? The correct gospel and the truth was on the scene when 1969. Abba Bivens, who was Elijah, okay? John the Baptist, if you can receive it, okay? This gospel, okay, not IUIC, not the Catholics, not the Christians, okay? The true doctrine of Yahweh Shemiel Shai of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And that's what's happening right now. You got GMS everywhere, London, all over the world, okay? All over the world, Mexico, United States, okay? All over, okay? All over, you see? All right. So that, let me continue. And then the end shall come. So that's for you, Esau, because what? Your end is up. So it don't matter if you cut off the word. Say, oh, hey, we're gonna cut off the word, ban the Bible, and go for it. Go for it so we can laugh at your bitch ass. Okay? Because the jig's up. The cat's already out the bag. When the gospel shall be preached to the ends of the world, because it already went throughout the whole world. Okay? Then the end shall come. So we are right here at the doorstep of our enemies, Esau, Edom, and the heathens. We're at the end of their kingdom. All right? Yeah, because the true message, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shemiel Shai is being taught every day, all throughout the world. Okay? So when these elites, because they think, oh, we're just gonna cut it off and go for it, because that's just gonna make Yahweh Shai be here even faster. Remember, our enemies are in quicksand, so every move they make, okay, it fulfills prophecy. Okay, it's better. So you gotta know this word, That's why you have to truly understand and be locked in, Not just, I read the Bible. Shit, you don't even know what's in there. You don't even know what's going on. Huh? See? All right. Then I'll end it right here on the 15th verse, and then I'll get those photos for you guys.
Hotels.com is where you go to choose from hundreds of thousands of hotels and earn rewards on every stay. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Okay? Because it's not just, oh, well, yeah, I read the Bible all the time. Shit. All right, what's the Lord's name? Okay? These people out here have no idea what's going on. They don't know what the name of the Lord is. They don't know that to not eat pork. Okay? Because I was raised as a Catholic. So I've been in these different churches. I had friends who were Christians. Okay? I have a little experience in the Christian community, before I, was fully, before I came into the truth, and yeah, you damn devils, these churches, they're not teaching the children of Israel anything, because fuck the heathen, they can tell the heathen whatever, fuck them. Excuse my Italian, but they're not teaching the children of Israel anything, because you got people out here that are already past their 50s, and they have no idea what the hell, they don't even, they have no idea, yeah, they may go to church and just say, oh, I believe in the Lord, but they have no idea who the Lord is. They have no idea, that to eat pork is unclean, and and I remember, because when I was before I woke up to the truth, I remember these these damn churches, they're not telling people anything. All they do is, okay, all they do is tell people a few scriptures, and then they just, you know, then they play their piano music and all that, you know. That's all it's about, you know, the community and all, you know, but it's for the kids, okay? Fuck the kids, okay? And plus, the kids, that's bugged out. It's... All right, so the real word for that, you know, the young ones is children, okay? All right, that word kid, look it up, okay? Kid means baby goat. Remember, the Lord and the angels are going to divide. The goats on the left, that represents Satan, and the sheep's on the right, okay? So the real, for those of you that don't know, you know, it's children, okay? All right, because when you say, oh, for the kids, that represents baby goat, you know? But that's all right, because we're all learning, okay? We all had to come out of it. Remember, this whole world is on a satanic vibration, and that's another topic for another day, okay? To go into how everything out here is fully against the Lord. Everything, okay? From the music to the concrete, to the pork on the sidewalks, to these shoes, all right? Because the rubber on these shoes, they, you know, because we're spiritual beings, okay? That blocks our power to the our connection. There's a whole lot to go into that, okay? Low Billion will go into that, you know, a little later. But, you know, this whole world is on a satanic vibration, you know, but that's very real right there. These churches, they really are under a 501c3 charter, you know, because, you know, I'm sure other brothers and sisters out there who just, you know, who came into the faith and who've been in, you know, who are walking now with the Lord, you know, can testimony to that, you know, because these churches weren't telling people a damn thing, you know, they're not, the children of Israel are not learning anything in there, you know. It's just, you know, just, oh, the main thing they just teach, just go to church. That's what they teach, just church, you know, but they're not teaching the Lord's name. They're not teaching about the dietary laws. They don't even know where to look, okay? You got people who've been going to church every week, okay, for over 40 years, and they don't even know where the dietary laws at. They don't even know that. And that's real talk, you know, and that's just to show that, and it's not putting people down out there. That's just to show that these churches are definitely sold out, because our people don't know anything, okay? Man, you know, they don't even know where to look. You see? All right, and that's very real right there. Those are facts. You know? That's alright. I'm gonna get these photos for you guys right here. But that's real talk right there. You know, yeah, because they're not teaching the children of Israel anything, you know? But that's why these false preachers and pastors are gonna be dealt with. Because yes, remember, the false prophets, they are doing their job. There is, because they are pushing those away that the Lord does not want. But a lot of you out there, remember, that don't mean that you're not in trouble, okay? Because the Lord's using you to push those that He don't want over there, away from Him. But you're still, you know, guilty, you know, because you're lying. You know, you're getting paid to withhold information. You see? All right. So I got some photos right here for you guys. All right. Here's the chariots. Okay. Right here it says, "What is a moment on this earth compared to eternity?" Right. So this is the things you gotta remember. Okay. Remember these. Remember remember what the Lord says. Remember everything. Okay. Remember what we're about to inherit. So when you're going through a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, fuck it. Okay. Remember. All right. That's why you gotta apply these scriptures, pray to the Lord, trust in Him. Remember, lean not on their own understanding, and then the kingdom. Okay, nothing. We're about to inherit an everlasting kingdom. So so what? If we gotta get some bumps and bruises right here, so what? It's all worth it. It's all worth it. On your feet, soldier. See, right here. Okay, that's just the angels right there. All right, over Jake right there. All right. Remember, the hopeful elect, you're heavily guarded. So I got right here. This is the hopeful elect. You're heavily guarded by the Lord and the angels. Although this world may not like the Lord, His hopeful elect. All right, Lord willing, I'm part of that number because we hope. Remember, the Lord and the angels are on your side. Don't forget that. Check this out. This is just like, I took some pictures of, just things to, give you guys out there, like a news update. Right here, it's look at that. Brain-eating amobia detected in California. Yup, see that? National parks. As scientists issue warning. See, a brain-eating amobia. So pretty soon, remember, this is why the Lord says we don't gotta pick up swords and be like, oh, we don't gotta do nothing. The Lord has a brain-eating amobia out here. Okay, someone can eat something and that'll be it. By the time they go home, there's something in there that's gonna eat their brain. Through. Remember, at this point, just trust in the Lord and just watch the show. Okay, the Lord and the angels are gonna get busy out here. Okay, yup. Remember, there's more than 1,000 ways to die. It's not just, all right, let's just get, Remember, the king. We're talking about the king of terrors here. Okay, he can totally, he can make you go blind. You can wake up and be blind. How you like them apples? Okay, the Lord can paralyze you. Okay, the Lord can have it where you can't even talk no more. Okay, the Lord can have you get eaten by a shark. Okay, the Lord can have it when you go on an airplane, you fall, it crashes. You can get hit by a bus, anything, You can eat a grape and choke and die. Imagine that. You can say, oh yeah, I got it all healthy, because you got these Edomites out here who think they're all bad. They went to how they shop at Whole Foods and all that. They think they got it all down and they got the best of everything. They could eat one grape and be through. Remember that. There's a lot of ways the Lord can get you. All right? Remember, the Lord not called the king of terrors for nothing. Remember, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai created Satan. He created the angels. Yahweh created Yahushai. Imagine, the Lord Yahweh, our Heavenly Father, created everything, for His pleasure. Just because He wanted to create it. Imagine that. And our enemies think that they're just gonna hide from Him. See, so that's why you got to see it like that, because you got to look at the big picture. Our enemies ain't going nowhere, Right here, Japan and right here is Japan and U.S. forces sparked fury from China after sinking warship near Taiwan. Okay, yeah, because their warship sunk. America's a destroyer. All right. U.S. puts Mach 5 Dark Eagle hypersonic missile under nuclear level. Okay. Authority for the first time. Right. Okay. All right. So this right here is just to show you, because these militaries around the world, they're going nuclear. So is that showing you, is the fire dying down or is it amping up? It's amping up. Okay. So this will show you that war in Armageddon is coming. Oh, here we go. Okay. Iran shoots down U.S. drone in Hormuz. Show you that the U.S., they're not untouchable. Remember that. the U.S. is going down. Okay, remember that the Lord is using the Russians, Iran, and China. Okay, yep, to come against the U.S. Remember that remember how the Lord tells us in the book of Job 18. Okay, remember destruction shall be ready at his side. Okay, it don't matter how he turns. Okay, the Lord has him surrounded. Yep, Iran firing on U.S. ships. See that? Yep. Yeah, so Iran's getting hit. The U.S. is getting hit. Look at Trump. Oh, man. Huh? Look at him. Trump snaps at reporter. See? Let him snap, you know? That's the thing, you know? And that's the beautiful thing to see. Because us Israelites, we've been catching hell for thousands of years. Okay? Remember, we were brought over here in the U.S. by slave ships. Remember that. You know? So we can give a damn. You know what happens in our day-to-day. We serve the Lord. Remember, this is not our place. Okay, this is not our home. You know, so you gotta remember that. Okay, remember we were brought over here by force. Okay, we were sold. We were the first product on Wall Street. All right, but now it's our turn to laugh at you devils. You know, because this is your kingdom. We can give a shit if Iran and Russia bomb the fuck out of each other. We don't give a damn. We're laughing, you know, because you're all heathens and Edomites. You know, who's throwing rockets at one another? Don't worry, I'll wait. Is it the tribes of Israel, or is it you retarded heathens and you smelly ass Edomites? Don't worry, I'll wait. Okay, so you know, while this world scrambles and all worry, we don't gotta do a damn thing. Okay, but trust in the Lord and just watch the show. And watch our enemies panic and get mad. Why do we gotta get mad? They're going to slavery. You know? Oh, how come they're not mad? Because you're going down, Esau. Not us. The kingdom of heaven is for Jacob. That's why. You know? So we can give a damn what you talking about. You know? Check this out. Gas is $40 a gallon in Cuba. See? And that's coming to the States. Oh, yeah. So with that's it on today's lesson. Stay prayed up. On your feet, soldier. Shalom.